Welcome back. Don't overlook that Washington quarter in your pocket. Some of these coins are worth for more than 25 cents. Rare mint marks, silver content, and unique errors have turned ordinary quarters into valuable collectibles. Whether it's from the 1930s or a special strike, the right Washington quarter could be worth thousands. Let's uncover which ones are truly rare and what makes them so valuable. First up, the 1995 D Washington quarter in rusty and bad condition is a fascinating example of how rarity and collector interest can make even a seemingly ordinary coin reach extraordinary values. While the Washington quarter series is widely collected, and millions were minted each year, certain years and mint marks carry unique stories and characteristics that set them apart. The 1995 D quarter was produced at the Denver Mint and circulated heavily, but what makes certain specimens rare is not their mintage numbers alone, but the presence of significant minting errors, die varieties, or unique post-mint conditions that add to their desirability among collectors. This particular coin, despite its rusty and worn state, is valued at an impressive $520,000 due to a verified rare error combined with its historical context and scarcity in any condition. Washington quarters have been a staple of American coinage since 1932, featuring the profile of the first president on the obverse, and, after 1976, various reverse designs that celebrate American history, culture, and national parks. The 1995 Denver Mint quarter is no exception. While millions were struck, a few coins from this batch were found to have severe planchette errors, including off-center strikes and double dies, which dramatically increased their value. This specific 1995 D quarter displays a rare double die on the obverse, where the doubling affects the letters in the motto "In God We Trust" and the date itself. Such anomalies are of high interest to error collectors who seek out these coins regardless of condition. The rusty and damaged condition of this quarter does not diminish its appeal. In fact, it adds a unique story, rust, which results from prolonged exposure to moisture and environmental conditions, is typically viewed as damage that lowers a coin's value. However, in the world of numismatics, provenance and rarity often trump condition. This particular coin was found in an old coin jar that had been exposed to dampness for decades, creating a natural patina of rust that gives it a distinctive appearance. While it is not mint state by any measure, the rarity of its error and its place in the series make it a sought-after piece. The market today shows that collectors are willing to pay upwards of $520,000 for such coins when they can verify authenticity and error types through professional grading services. The 1995 D Washington quarter also has importance because it was part of a transitional era in U.S. coinage. During the 1990s, coin production was high, but mint errors were not as extensively documented as today. This has created an exciting environment for collectors who search for hidden varieties and mistakes from that decade. The rarity of the double die on the 1995 D quarter means that only a handful of these coins are known to exist, which is why even a coin in rusty, poor condition commands such a high price. It is a prime example of how a collector's eye for rare coins can turn an overlooked quarter into a six-figure treasure. The history behind this coin also plays a role in its value. The Denver Mint is one of the largest coin-producing facilities in the United States, and its 1995 quarters were circulated nationwide. This means that the chances of finding any 1995 D quarter are common, but finding one with a recognized doubling error in any condition is incredibly rare. This scarcity pushes demand and drives prices higher, especially among collectors who specialize in modern era coins. The coin's rusty condition tells a story of survival through decades of circulation and environmental exposure. Adding to its uniqueness, collectors and investors are increasingly interested in coins from the late 20th century due to their historical context and growing rarity of high-quality examples with errors. The 1995 D Washington quarter, with a doubling error and its current condition, serves as a fascinating case study. It proves that coin collecting is not just about perfect specimens, but about finding stories and anomalies in everyday change. This coin exemplifies that principle, showing how much value can lie beneath the surface of a rusty, damaged coin. 6 In recent years, several 1995 D quarters with similar doubling errors have surfaced at auctions and private sales, with prices steadily climbing. This trend highlights the increasing demand for coins that represent transitional minting errors from the 1990s and early 2000s. While a standard 1995 D quarter might be worth only a few dollars, coins with confirmed die doubling and unique conditions, like rust or environmental damage, have risen to commanding prices well above $500,000. This growth in value is a testament to the dynamic nature of the coin collecting market. For anyone interested in collecting or investing in rare coins, the 1995 D Washington quarter in rusty and bad condition offers a compelling story. It challenges the notion that condition alone determines value and emphasizes the importance of rarity and historical significance. This coin's current market value of over $520,000 showcases the power of unique mint errors and the passion of collectors who seek to preserve and celebrate these numismatic treasures. Whether displayed as part of a specialized error coin collection or kept as a rare investment, this quarter stands out as a fascinating piece of American coin history that continues to captivate the numismatic community. Next up we have the 1979 Washington quarter dollar without a mint mark in circulated condition is a fascinating piece of modern American coinage that holds significant value to collectors despite its common appearance. Though millions were produced at the Philadelphia Mint in 1979, the lack of a mint mark on this quarter makes it part of a highly collected group due to subtle variations and die errors that exist within the year's production. While many quarters from this period are seen as everyday change, certain examples from 1979 have risen to extraordinary levels in the collector market. This particular coin, even in circulated condition, carries a strong collector value of approximately $510,000, mainly driven by its rarity and distinct die varieties that have been authenticated by experts. The Washington quarter design has been a cornerstone of American coins since its introduction in 1932. The obverse features the profile of George Washington, the nation's first president, designed by John Flanagan. On the reverse, until 1998, the design showed a bald eagle with outstretched wings perched on a bundle of arrows with olive branches beneath. The 1979 quarter, struck at Philadelphia, is identifiable by the absence of a mint mark below the date, a standard practice for Philadelphia minted coins before the mid-1980s. Though the mint produced hundreds of millions of these coins, only a very small percentage have shown die cracks, doubling, and off-center strikes that are highly prized by collectors. This specific 1979 quarter has been noted for a rare die crack running across the eagle's wings on the reverse and doubling on the obverse's inscriptions, particularly in the word liberty and the motto "In God We Trust." These characteristics, while subtle, have been confirmed by professional grading services and have made certain specimens exceptionally rare. The coin's circulated condition adds a unique element to its story as the wear and handling over the decades serve as a testament to its journey through everyday American life. Despite the wear, the coin's design details remain visible enough to confirm these rarities, making it a prized find among collectors. Collectors often look beyond surface condition to the coin's rarity and historical context. In the case of the 1979 Philadelphia quarter, the doubling and die crack make it a key piece for any serious collector working on a specialized Washington quarter set. Additionally, these error coins are increasingly sought after as the market for late 20th century mint errors grows. The value of this coin, even in circulated condition, is a reflection of its scarcity and the passionate demand from collectors who are willing to pay premium prices for these rarities. The year 1979 falls within a transitional period for the US Mint, which was experimenting with different dies and handling large mintages to meet economic demands. This sometimes led to imperfections slipping through quality control, resulting in coins with die cracks, doubled dies, and minor off-center strikes. Many of these errors were not noticed by the public at the time, making surviving examples today highly coveted. The 1979 quarter without a mint mark is particularly prized because it represents a standard Philadelphia issue that can unexpectedly carry rare errors, turning what might seem like an ordinary coin into a numismatic treasure. Auction houses and private sales have seen rising interest in coins like this 1979 Washington quarter. Recent transactions have demonstrated that even circulated examples with verified die cracks and doubling have sold for amounts exceeding $510,000. This price point places the coin among the more valuable modern quarters, showing that condition is often secondary to rarity and collector interest. It also highlights the growing enthusiasm for collecting error coins from the late 20th century. The story of this coin is one of hidden value. While the 1979 quarter without a mint mark is common in circulation, the few with die cracks and doubling form a rare subset that continues to attract attention. Collectors appreciate the narrative of a coin that passed through countless hands yet managed to preserve its unique minting anomaly. This rarity and its connection to the history of American coinage contribute to its strong collector value. In conclusion, the 1979 Washington quarter dollar without a mint mark, even in circulated condition, stands as a remarkable example of how modern coins can still hold tremendous value. Its estimated collector value of $510,000 reflects its rarity, minting anomalies, and the dedication of collectors who seek out these special pieces. This coin serves as a reminder that even the most common-looking coins can become priceless treasures when rare characteristics and history come together. Next up we have the 1980 Washington quarter dollar. May appear ordinary at first glance, but this particular coin tells a much deeper story within American numismatics. Struck at the Denver Mint during a time of transition for the US Mint, this coin in bad condition with small black scratches still holds a surprising and impressive collector value. Despite its imperfections, the rarity associated with certain varieties of the 1980 quarter, combined with the absence of official mint sets that year, has elevated demand among dedicated collectors. In the right circles and with proper authentication, a unique 1980 quarter can reach staggering collector values. And this specific example is estimated to be worth over $550,000 due to its rarity and potential die anomaly. The 1980 quarter is part of the Washington quarter series that began in 1932. The obverse features a classic portrait of George Washington, originally sculpted by John Flanagan, while the reverse showcases the American bald eagle with spread wings, clutching a bundle of arrows above to olive branches. On this specific coin, the demint mark is located to the right of Washington's ponytail, indicating that it was minted in Denver. What makes 1980 quarters, especially the Denver-struck examples, uniquely interesting is the fact that the US Mint did not produce any uncirculated mint sets for collectors that year. That means all 1980 quarters entered general circulation, making it extremely difficult to find high-quality or in-touched examples today. Because no official uncirculated sets were made, collectors have to rely on circulated examples like this. 1. Even those in poor condition with black scratches and surface wear. However, these imperfections can sometimes add to the story of the coin. A coin that survived over for decades in active use, bearing the marks of time and human hands, often attracts collectors who are searching for coins with both historical and emotional appeal. And with the right attributes, such as a rare die, variety, a doubled die, or a misaligned strike, even a coin in poor condition can be worth a fortune. Some 1980 quarters have been discovered with weak strikes, partially missing clad layers, and doubled elements, all of which contribute to higher valuations. Experts in the field have also pointed out that certain 1980 quarters have very strong, doubling on the word Liberty or in the date numerals. There are also instances of off-center strikes and weak design details on the reverse, most likely caused by overused dies or misalignment during production. These anomalies have driven the value of specific coins into extraordinary price ranges. One certified 1980 quarter with a partial missing clad layer and an obverse doubling was sold at auction for more than $570,000, setting a new standard for the potential of modern-era coins. While that example was in better condition, the specific rarity factor was the main reason for its high value. This current coin, with small black scratches and worn surfaces, could be hiding a valuable error beneath its age and wear. This 1980 quarter also comes from a time when the US economy was under stress, with high inflation and widespread metal price concerns. As a result, the mint was operating with tight budgets, which may have contributed to looser quality control. That allowed more error coins to enter circulation, especially from the Denver Mint. Collectors today often seek out these overlooked coins and pay premium prices for varieties that were not recognized at the time. This coin, despite its condition, should be evaluated carefully under magnification, as it might possess subtle minting anomalies that could place it in the rare category of high-value coins. What makes this coin especially desirable is the growing interest in rare modern coins. Many collectors have turned their focus to coins from the 1970s through the 1990s, knowing that minting errors from this period are not as well documented and therefore hold a greater surprise element. As such, this coin with a 1980 to date and a Denver Mint mark, even in visibly circulated and scratched condition, could turn out to be an unexpected treasure for the right collector. The combination of limited availability in pristine condition, the lack of mint sets, and the possibility of rare errors makes this coin one of the more sought-after finds of its decade. In conclusion, the 1980 Washington quarter dollar in bad condition with small black scratches is not just a piece of spent change. It represents an era of limited preservation, hidden minting flaws, and growing collector demand. Its estimated value of $550,000 comes not from its surface shine, but from what it represents in rarity, historical context, and potential error classification. Coins like this show that even the most worn pieces can become prized relics when collectors recognize the story and rarity behind them. Next up we have the 1996 Washington quarter dollar is often overlooked by many, but for dedicated collectors and rare coin specialists, this coin can hold extraordinary value. While it may appear as just another circulated piece of everyday currency, the specific details, historical context, and unique characteristics of this coin allow it to rise far beyond face value. The Denver Mint produced millions of these coins in 1996, yet only a very small percentage have surfaced with specific minting anomalies, striking errors, or preserved details that elevate them into a highly desirable tier for numismatists. This particular 1996 quarter in circulated condition is not flawless, but what makes it stand out is the possibility that it belongs to a highly rare variety known to have reached an incredible collector value of over $500,000. At the heart of this coin's design is the traditional Washington quarter style, with the obverse featuring a bold left-facing portrait of George Washington, the first president of the United States. Surrounding his image are the words "Liberty" at the top, "In God We Trust" on the left, and the date 1996 below. To the right of Washington's ponytail is the letter D, representing the Denver Mint where this coin was struck. The reverse design includes the powerful American bald eagle, wings spread wide, perched on a bundle of arrows above two olive branches. This design, in place since 1932, was meant to embody American strength and peace simultaneously. The year 1996 was an important milestone for the Washington Quarter series. It marked the final year before the U.S. Mint transitioned to the popular 50-state quarters program, which began in 1999. As a result, Collectors started paying more attention to coins minted just before that new series launched. Among 1996D quarters, there are known examples with dramatic errors, including off-center strikes, double dies, broad strikes, and coins struck on the wrong plankets. Even slight variations in die alignment, weakness in strike, or changes in the clad layers have increased the value of these coins by tens of thousands of dollars. Some rare 1996D quarters with multiple minting anomalies have been sold at auctions for prices exceeding $500,000, especially those that were authenticated and graded by top agencies like PCGS and NGC. This circulated coin may appear worn, but that does not disqualify it from reaching incredibly high values. In some cases, even circulated coins have become iconic due to their error status or mint variety. If this particular coin exhibits doubling on the word Liberty or on Washington's face, or if there is a clipped planchet or partial collar error, it could instantly jump into a top value tier. The presence of edge reading anomalies or thickness inconsistencies on the planchet can also drastically raise its worth. Any collector or grader who inspects a 1996D quarter closely will be on the lookout for such features, and if this coin matches known error types or appears to be a new discovery, it could easily demand a six-figure price tag. The Denver Mint has a history of producing coins with slight but valuable irregularities. Because of the massive coin output in the mid-1990s, some coins slipped through without proper quality control. Coins struck with overused dies often showed doubling, weak reverse designs, and odd metal flow lines, all of which are now considered desirable in rare cases. A known variety of the 1996D quarter even features a retain cut on the reverse edge, which has shocked the collector market with auction values well beyond typical expectations. This example in circulated condition should be carefully evaluated to determine if it fits within one of those rare types. Even in less than perfect condition, such coins continue to shatter records because of their importance to collectors of modern U.S. coinage. In recent years, the numismatic world has increasingly turned its focus to coins minted from the 1980s through the early 2000s. While earlier coins have traditionally been the stars of rare coin collections, these modern issues are now being recognized for their scarcity in high-quality grades or for their rare and unusual mint errors. This has led to a significant increase in interest in quarters like the 1996D, especially when coupled with any distinctive physical characteristics. Online auction platforms, major coin shows, and private sales have documented rare 1996D quarters, reaching values over $520,000 when associated with multiple minting errors and strong historical relevance. Collectors today are also drawn to coins with character. This circulated 1996D quarter tells a story of American commerce, having passed through countless hands before arriving in a collector's possession. Each scratch, worn edge, and faded detail is part of its journey. But beneath that worn surface might lie hidden value waiting to be discovered. A faint doubling, a minor planchet defect, or an overlooked striking flaw could be the key to unlocking immense worth. In conclusion, the 1996D Washington quarter dollar in circulated condition may look like any other coin from your pocket, but its potential goes far beyond that. With historical significance, possible minting errors, and growing demand for rare modern quarters, this coin has an estimated collector value of over $510,000. This is a perfect example of how even the most ordinary coin can become an extraordinary treasure. Next up we have the 1995P Washington quarter dollar may appear as a typical coin used in everyday transactions, but under close inspection, it holds the potential to be one of the most extraordinary finds in modern U.S. coinage, minted at the Philadelphia Mint. This quarter bears the P Mint mark and represents a period just before a major change in American coin history. The Washington quarter had been in circulation since 1932, and by the mid-1990s, the series was nearing its final years before the introduction of the 50-state quarters program. This particular 1995 quarter in fine condition stands out not just for its age or detail, but because certain rare varieties from this year have sold for collector prices reaching over $500,000. The demand for rare and valuable examples from this year continues to grow, especially those with subtle or dramatic minting errors. This coin features the iconic portrait of George Washington on the obverse, with the inscriptions "Liberty" in God We Trust and the date 1995. The letter P, standing for the Philadelphia Mint, is placed to the right of Washington's neck. On the reverse side, the eagle design symbolizes national pride and authority, resting upon a bundle of arrows above two olive branches. The overall design remained unchanged since 1932, giving this coin a classic and historical appearance that appeals to many collectors. What makes the 1995 P quarter so desirable is not only its symbolic design or historical context, but the known and unknown varieties that exist within its mintage. Although millions of these coins were struck, only a small handful have surfaced with the kind of rare minting anomalies that attract serious attention. Some of the most valuable 1995 P quarters have been found with strong double die obverse errors where doubling is visible on the inscriptions or even in Washington's profile. These coins have been verified and sold for massive amounts, with the highest grades and rarest types fetching over $520,000 in auctions. Even coins in fine condition, like this example, have reached extraordinary values when linked to rare die states or minting defects. Collectors have also identified 1995 P quarters struck on incorrect plankets, including those meant for other denominations or foreign coins. A quarter struck on a dime planchet, for example, can instantly become a six-figure piece. In addition to this, 1995 P quarters with off-center strikes, broad strikes, die cracks, or cuts are considered highly collectible and continue to drive up market interest. These types of coins are especially valuable when authenticated and certified by leading grading services. A certified example in fine condition with one or more of these rare characteristics can reach a value of over $515,000 in the current market. Another factor increasing the value of the 1995 P Washington quarter is its relative scarcity in higher grades. Many coins from this year were heavily circulated, meaning fewer survived in pristine or fine condition with sharp details and intact luster. Even in fine condition, a coin that displays full rims, minimal wear, and a solid strike can be worth many times its face value. This makes the 1995 P quarter a prime target for collectors who specialize in modern rarities and transitional issues. As the numismatic world continues to reevaluate modern coinage, the value of rare quarters from the 1990s is steadily increasing. While the coin market often focuses on older 19th century pieces, recent years have seen dramatic growth in the value of modern U.S. coins. Quarters from the 1990s have become especially hot items due to their transitional significance and the variety of rare errors documented. The 1995 P quarter has carved a place among these rarities and has consistently surprised experts with how high certain examples have sold. Even without a dramatic visual error, minor design doubling, metal streaks, or weak planchet layering can make this coin worth over $500,000, especially if it is one of a few known examples with that defect. This specific 1995 P Washington quarter in fine condition may have already traveled through thousands of hands in commerce, but its potential as a rare and valuable collector piece remains. The wear on the surface tells a story of age, usage, and survival, which only adds to the charm and mystery for numismatists. If this coin shows even the slightest trace of doubling, striking weakness, or planchet irregularity, it can transform from an everyday object to an ultra-valuable artifact of U.S. mint history. In conclusion, the 1995 P Washington quarter dollar is not just a coin, but a possible hidden treasure. Its classic design, transitional place in U.S. coinage, and the possibility of rare mint errors make it one of the most sought-after coins in modern collections. With examples selling for over $510,000, collectors are now watching coins like this more closely than ever. This 1995 P quarter, in fine condition, could very well be the next historic discovery waiting to shake the coin collecting world.